So what I have learned over the years is everyone kind of has a lot of ideas of what they need, and lots of people tell you what you need to do a business. But what I've just found is everybody wastes their money on a lot of different things that they really don't need when they start a business. Like, you literally don't need a logo, you don't need business cards. I would argue to get started, you don't even need a website and domain name, but that's beside the point. There's just a lot of aspects that we're like, oh, we need to go to networking events, we need flyers, we need this, we need that, and you don't need really any of that. And most of the time, those, you don't even have the structure that you need behind those, so that when you do them, they don't even make a lot of sense or do anything for you. Maybe a business card, maybe if you just need to like pass your name out, but I would argue still, they just end up in the trash can. Like literally like in a pile from a networking group, and I'm just like, I'll set them down on my desk to like mean something, like, oh, I need to call that person, like, a trash can. What I have found a lot of success with is 6 individual website pages. These 6 pages I've literally used over and over again from client to client, and even with myself. I have a full website built for myself. I don't use it, I don't focus on it. Is there like, after you have these 6 pages, should you go back and build the normal website? Maybe. Should you add a blog? Sure, there's other aspects and reasons to build, but the first 6 pages get you past the business cards, the brochures. If you go into a networking room, it means that you can actually have something you can actually do and send somebody to get them into your list, get them into your website, get them into your ecosystem. Yeah, 6 pages to success to get started too. So I had somebody from the Kaido group, they're like, well, don't we need a homepage with navigation and a blog and an about section and a contact us section? I'm like, no, nobody cares. In fact, what happens on a regular business page on a website? Imagine that's the whole website. You've got lots of ways to click off right here. You've got your overpriced logo right there, right? You've got some little saying here that means absolutely nothing. Down here you might talk a little bit about yourself, talk about your process a little bit, maybe you're cool and you have a little video with some more words. And I'm assuming that you don't have a lot of extra pages on your website. Maybe you've got a contact us section. Typically, none of that is following the psyche of how an actual individual person buys. You're so busy talking about yourself, and I know you're not a narcissist, but you're like, but this is what people need to know. They need to know about me. They don't care. I think the biggest thing that I was ever taught in the military, or not military, class, my first college class, I didn't want to be in that college class because it was like introduction, get to know, what do they call it? It was something stupid. I was like, I'm 21 years old. I think I can use a library. He's actually a pretty smart guy. What's in it for me? They don't care about you. They don't care about your awards. I do agency work, and it's like there are whole agencies who get so stuck in like, oh, we won this award for the best commercial ever. Well, no, actually that was the best commercial as judged by other agency owners, not the commercial that made the most money at the lowest cost. If you spend $3 million on a commercial and you're only making $5 million, I don't necessarily, that's a questionable win. When there are guys out there spending $10,000 on a commercial and walking out with $2 million the first year, that's a nice win, right? And if you're a small business owner, you ain't got some time and space for a $3 million Super Bowl commercial anyway. There's a reason this is kind of vague on the main page, right? You want to keep your options open. You want to serve everyone. We're going to ignore that for right now. These 6 pages can be replicated, duplicated, and changed quickly, right? This is going to take at least some effort to build, right? You're going to pay someone $500 at least to build it, maybe more. I've seen $5,000 and $50,000. These are 6 pages you can build with a template, make them pretty, make them your own, and then copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste for every single product you have. And I do recommend having one of each one of these pages for every single product you sell. Anybody who's been in my office enough knows the first one is going to be a landing page with a free offer. This is like so easy, give me. I feel like everyone who's been on the internet or business should know it, but that's because I've been on the internet too long. This is a free offer. When you go into your networking meetings, you have a walk away. Hey, like, don't just call me if you want my business. Don't just call me like, oh, let's go make money. They don't know you. The second page becomes a subset page. It's a thank you page. Literally say thank you. Part of that's out of nonprofit. You have to tell somebody thank you 7 times. Might as well do it on the next page. This also becomes tracking. You can see if something's working. If 100 people hit this page and only 1 person hits this page, you have a problem. Your offer's not good enough and people don't want it. Or your page is broken. Either way, there's a problem. This right here is going to also build you a list. You have tracking, but you can also do a list. MailChimp, I think, is even paid. Once you start integrating, it's paid. ActiveCampaign does it for, I think they're at $25 a month on monthly building. I don't know how much Aweber is these days. Constant Contact is overpriced to do this, but it doesn't cost that much to build a list from which to work. You can build this part right here before you build anything else and have a list to start from. Like for the people who are like trying to move out of corporate America or get started something, having a list is an easy way to do it. Like it doesn't matter whether somebody says emailer's dead, that's a lie. I still go through my email. It doesn't matter if you're doing Facebook Messenger, it doesn't matter if you're doing LinkedIn messaging. Either way, some kind of list is needed. When I send out to my audience, my email list, my Facebook Messenger list, my LinkedIn audience, the conversion rate's going to be much higher because they already know who I am. And since I always provide value before asking for money, it's not a big ask to, hey, I have more free stuff. Would you like to come see it? Well, yes, I would. Second page is some kind of, I'm going to call it a middle ground. My terminology is entry point offer, but I realize that gets lost on a lot of people. And the same thing, from there I'm going to have a thank you page. At every point there's a tracking page. Page to get something, page to say thank you. As an agency owner, my middle ground is an appointment. I am getting them to convert in time. As an agency, I might even have a second set of these. So I'm talking about 3 sets today. As an agency owner or someone, if you're selling a higher ticket product, then you would have a second set of these. So mine right here is I have an appointment and a thank you page. I could also turn around and offer a smaller priced offer, but then to me, that negates the appointment. I'd rather get them in there, provide them value for free, and then sell them something that's multi-hundreds or $1,000s a month, right? Last and foremost, your sales page. Everyone's gonna know what you actually sell, right? Oh, do you do Facebook ads, or do you do Google ads, or do you do both? Your sales page should say exactly what you're doing. And I wouldn't really call it a thank you page, although you should say thank you and acknowledge the previous behavior. But I would call it an onboarding page. Again, tracking's cool. But a lot of the problems I've seen with consultants, with agency owners, with just about, especially anyone B2B, but even B2C, is people don't know how to use the product or service. They don't know what to do next. The nice thing about this is, if most of y'all heard my analogy, people are sheep. You've led them through nice and neat, and they've been really happy. And then you just leave them hanging. You haven't told them a timetable. You haven't told them what to expect or what to bring, how to put it together. That would be my Ring doorbell. I'd like to smash it with a hammer right now. You're not giving them enough information. Those are the 6 pages. If you have nothing else, get started with those. When you want to get really fancy, take this page right here and add a thank you page element to it and make that the new thank you page. So it's the sales page. So when they hit the lead magnet, same thing here. Once you build your middle offer, make another page that's the thank you page with the middle offer. So that then becomes your new thank you page. You still need a separate offer here that is only, in my case, it's only scheduling. But if this one is thank you, hey, take the next offer. Thank you for downloading my checklist. Would you like to go through it for free with me? Schedule now. Thanks for scheduling. so you know what's coming up. Now this might be the one that depends. I don't want to show my offer beforehand, but what I could take them to is through a video on the next page that kind of previews what I'm going to be going through. Like, be thoughtful. We did this with the school. Download pricing, because that's all anybody wants for daycare is to know that, are you even in my ballpark? Like, you sound expensive, you offer dance class, you have a stage, that sounds really expensive, can I afford you? Hey, just download it. You don't even have to call us. Download it. Right there, that's really great. Thanks you for downloading that. It's gonna hit your email in a few minutes. You know what, we'd like to offer you a free day at the school. Absolutely free, no obligation for your kid. Free daycare? Sure, I'd love to. Take them to a scheduling page. They schedule, hit a thank you page, and that thank you page, now again, I'm not putting a sales page because the offer is different. I want to get them in the building. But I do tell them, take them to a page on what to expect. Hey, for your day that you come in, you're going to need 2 changes of underwear just in case, whether she's going to need a sleepy mat, bring an extra, make sure they have closed-toe shoes, and all those rules that you would normally have to send a separate email for, go ahead and address them, right? You can send them a thank you page after they've done the tour. Thank you for doing the tour. Here's a link with more information with your sales page. Like, it literally applies to just about every single thing out there. How you work it is the only difference. Buy them a drink, take them out to dinner, then propose marriage or sex. Right? Baby steps, baby steps. Questions?